Hey, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to jump right into the world of tarot because there's this really fundamental choice we all have to make at some point. So, are you a juggler? Someone who's skillfully managing everything right now? Or are you a leaper? Someone who's ready to just take a huge, spontaneous leap into whatever's next? So, let's break this down by looking at two cards that just perfectly capture this whole question. We've got the Two of Pentacles, that's our juggler, and then we have the Fool, our leaper. You'll see they represent two completely different ways of getting through life. All right, first up, let's talk about that path of practical management. The art of keeping all the plates spinning at once. This is totally the world of the Two of Pentacles. So what's this card all about? Well, it's about skill, it's about poise, and that constant and, let's be real, often really difficult dance of keeping everything moving forward. It's really the energy of a master multitasker, right? Someone who can just gracefully handle all the pressures of daily life with incredible focus and adaptability. Okay, let's really dig into the symbols here, because they tell such a cool story. So the juggler, he's not just balancing coins, he's balancing hourglasses. That's time itself he's juggling. And that desert under renovation, with all that heavy machinery sifting for minerals, that just screams hard, tedious work, doesn't it? The kind you have to do for real growth and to find those valuable resources. It's all about that practical, get your hands dirty kind of effort. And this is where you see the card's core duality, which is just brilliant. When it shows up upright, it's basically a high five from the universe. It's saying, yep, you got this, you're managing everything successfully. But flip it, and you get a reversed card, and that's a huge warning sign. It's yelling, hey, you might be overcommitted here, you're getting disorganized, you're struggling to keep up. It's a major call to reprioritize, like right now, before everything spirals out of control. So the really crucial point here is how deeply grounded this card is in the real material world. Its element is earth, right? And that's all about our tangible responsibilities. We're talking finances, schedules, deadlines, all the real world stuff we have to juggle every single day. Okay, let's totally shift gears now. We're going to explore a completely different kind of energy. We're moving from our grounded juggler to the airborne leaper. Yep, it's time to talk about the Fool. So when we meet the Fool, we see a character who isn't driven by practicality at all. Nope. He's all about optimism and this irresistible pull of the unknown. He's not worried about balancing his resources. He's just staring at the adventure that's waiting for him right over the edge of that cliff. And this whole sequence, it shows a journey that has nothing to do with management. It's all about absolute trust and surrender. Just look at the steps here. He feels the pull, he gets that the only way it works is with total belief, and then he just jumps. He doesn't have a plan B. The leap is the plan. And this quote, it just gets to the absolute heart of it, doesn't it? The only way he could fly was if he believed wholeheartedly. The Fool's power, it's not coming from careful planning or skill like our juggler. It comes from pure, unadulterated faith. It's kind of this testament to the idea that sometimes that total all-in commitment to a new beginning is the only thing that's going to make it work. And while he's soaring through the air, the Fool is embracing everything. The pure joy of starting fresh, the thrill of spontaneity, but also, let's not forget, the very real risk of making some bad choices along the way. Astrologically, he's powered by the influence of Uranus. That's the planet of sudden change, rebellion, and brilliant innovation. See? He's a visionary, a trailblazer, definitely not a manager. All right, so we've got our grounded juggler on one hand and our visionary leaper on the other. Let's put these two powerful archetypes side by side so we can really see their fundamental differences and, what they actually represent for us. This table just lays it all out so clearly. The juggler's focus is all about managing what is, the here and now. The leaper, they're all about discovering what could be. And just look at their mottos. Time is money. That is the juggler's anthem, because to them, time is this finite resource you have to manage efficiently to get ahead. But for the leaper, trust the journey is everything. Why? Because the destination is a total unknown. Their faith isn't in some master plan, it's in the process of discovery itself. So what we're left with is this really fundamental choice. Do we find growth through that tedious but super essential work of balancing what we've got right now? Or is it found in that exhilarating and, risky flight into a totally new adventure? It really boils down to this: stability through effort versus transformation through risk. Okay, so what does this all mean for you? Let's bring these ideas back home to your own path and maybe some of the decisions you're facing right now. Here's the key takeaway, really. Both of these paths, the jugglers and the leapers, they're both totally valid. In fact, they're necessary energies we all tap into at different times in our lives. I mean, sometimes you just have to knuckle down and manage the details, but other times, you've got to be brave enough to just jump. And that's really the final thought I want to leave you with. Take a second and look at where you are, right now, in your own life. Do you need to be that masterful juggler, carefully managing your time and resources to build a really solid foundation? Or is there a little messenger bird calling you to the edge of a cliff, kind of telling you that it's finally time to take that leap of faith? Only you can know the answer to that. So the question is, which one are you right now? The juggler or the leap?